Let's finally assemble this code into a function that will be exposed from the library. It should take an element and transform it. All these variables should live within this function. This variable is no longer necessary. And let's call this new function with this element to make sure that nothing is broken. Run it, still shaking as expected. Next I'll move everything to my hard drive because using CodePen undermines my developer's self-esteem. And I prefer to extract the library code to a separate folder to make it all cleaner. I mean, for instance, this expression doesn't belong to the library. This code only utilizes the library for the sake of testing. So let's move all the library code somewhere else and just import it from here. The library itself will live in a lib folder. The main function has to be exported. And now we have an error. Cannot use the import statement outside the module. Probably it's a good time to introduce a bundler that will take care of assembling multiple JavaScript files into one. But I'm too lazy for that, so for now I will tame this problem by using ES modules. Now the browser is complaining about cross-origin stuff. Modules can't be used through a file protocol, so we have to use HTTP. I'll run HTTP server for that. And finally the page returns to life. Splitting the code is very enjoyable and it's always hard to stop. So I'll extract this measureText function to its own file as well. Now I'd like to try it with different inputs. Firstly, I am worried about what will happen if the text consists of multiple lines. I'll paste a really long multi-line text here. And fix the CSS to make it keep the line breaks. Looks terrible. Probably my measureText method doesn't respect these line breaks and treats the text as just one huge line. I'll put a breakpoint here to check these numbers. The limit is set to almost 100 pixels and it's definitely too much. My stupid code assumes that the line is 2000 pixels wide. Obviously, this measureText function is not extremely good at measuring a multi-line text. This problem may not look very important because, of course, this test case is really contrived, and it would be weird to use my library for such a vertical text. But anyway, it's annoying. And if there is some easy solution to this problem, then I'd like to implement it. First, I want to understand what is precisely the value of this text content property. It appears to be a long line where line breaks are indicated by an escape sequence /n. But it looks like the measureText method of the Canvas API treats these /n's as an ordinary text. I see an easy fix here. Let's call Canvas measureText with only a longest line instead of a full text. So let's get all the lines as an array of strings and store them in a variable. And find the longest string with help of Stack Overflow. Yeah, I believe it was the longest line. So let's utilize this piece of code inside our measureText method. Now the shaking looks reasonable again, and thus my library became a little more reliable.